Group 3, let's look at liquidity ratios. Do we have the money to pay our bills as they become due? We pick 2 to pick this group of liquidity ratios. The first one we chose is the current ratio, which takes the current assets divided by current liabilities. And this answers the question of, can we pay our bills? And specifically, for every dollar of liabilities we have, how much do we have in assets? And here, the higher the number, the better. The more coverage we have from asset standpoint for a dollar of liabilities, the better off we are. So let's do the first one. Let's just go from scratch. Equals current assets divided by current liabilities, right there, enter. And we can copy that. And it went from 1.69 to 1.73. That's very, very close. Essentially did not change. The historical benchmark or rule of thumb was 2.0. These days, companies that are even at 1.0 could be having perfectly good operations and liquidity. They have other means to get liquid. So if this number drops below 1 these days, then you might want to make sure the company has adequate credit resources. If it's above 2, then you're probably very safe. So that's what we're looking at. So above 2, very safe. From 1 to 2, probably safe. Below 1, worth looking at just to make sure things are okay. Doesn't mean things are bad, just needs further review to make sure things are okay. The next is the asset or quick ratio, and this is the same formula except it's current assets minus inventory divided by current liabilities. So compared to the top one, current assets was the sole numerator here, but here it's current assets minus inventory, and that is more conservative. We're removing some assets. All right, let's do this one from scratch. Equals, open parens, because there's 2 factors in the numerator. It's current assets, which are right there, minus current inventory quantity, so close the parentheses, divided by current liabilities, equals 1.30. So that means for every dollar of current assets they have $1.30. So they can comfortably handle it. The historical rule of thumb here is 1.0, and they're above even the historical rule of thumb. So they're in pretty good shape. So they have sufficient cash and liquid assets to pay their current liabilities as they become due.